I think often the most rewarding adventures are the ones that we don't necessarily plan for. We just head out on a whim with a basic idea of what we want to do, but we're essentially open to whatever lies ahead. So we rocked up to the foot of England's highest peak, Scafell Pike, way back in 2019 with a bag of sandwiches and chocolate bars. It was only that morning or the night before that we decided we were going to give it a climb. I was in my barefoot running phase, so as we parked the old Fiesta early afternoon, I decided to whip my marrows off and let my hobbit feet roam free.
Is that kind of what made you determined? Because you wanted to prove everyone wrong as well?
Partly, yeah. The first half of our ascent was pretty easy going. There's a lot of soft, plush grass and even some makeshift stairs that were kind on the soles. So I felt pretty nimble and optimistic about the rest of the climb. It seemed like we'd missed the early crowd, so most people were on their way down from the summit as we were heading up. As we passed groups of hikers, the reactions ranged from a slightly bewildered smile and double take, which is fair enough, to stopping in their tracks to outright tell me that I was mad and there was no way I was going to make it to the top. I can be a bit stubborn and foolish, so I smiled and I nodded and cracked on. As I was warned, the last third of the ascent is where things started to get tasty, and not just because of the chocolate. If you've climbed Scafell Pike before, you'll know that the soft grass and the man-made steps make way for a boulder field, which is filled with sharp scree and jagged outcrops. Not ideal for the old soles, but it wasn't quite as bad as it sounds. I hit a few sharp stabs here and there, but no blood, so we're all good. As the sky clouded over, we reached the summit, and it's a pretty spectacular view, so we admired that for a few minutes while we munched down our remaining snacks, and then began the real fun. Turns out that when you're descending with heavy legs and tired feet, the rocks underfoot seem to have a bit more of a dig to them. Any lapse in concentration was greeted with a delightful stabbing pain, like the mountain was reminding me who was actually in charge. In a way, it's like a supercharged mindfulness exercise, like getting whacked with a stick to help you maintain focus when you're meditating. A bit sadistic, but it kind of works. So we plodded on, one step at a time, tread lightly, pay attention or the mountain's going to punish you for being a silly bugger. Eventually the scree died down and my old friend, the soft grass, returned. We slid down with a renewed sense of energy, the hard part done and the end in sight. The adventure coming to a close and the cycle complete. Pretty tidy way to spend the day. The climb itself was cracking and we both made it down in good time without any injuries, which is always good. Highly recommend giving it a go if you ever get the chance, although shoes would be a more sensible option. I've not been able to do adventures like this for quite some time due to the health stuff, but as I start to recover, it's definitely something I'd like to do more of and hopefully share here as well if anyone fancies that. So I know a lot of people come here for the training content and I still plan on doing some of that, but what I enjoy most is more the doing, like putting the training into action. So if my health is in a place where I can do more doing, then that's hopefully what I'm gonna do. So yeah, take it easy and hopefully catch you soon. Ta-ra.